Well, first of all, I think that, when you look at the football game, you want to congratulate Central. Played an outstanding football game. I thought Cooper Rush played very, very well. First half started fast, sort of went into a lull a little bit. Possession time went their way. Two big plays in the first half were two block kicks. In control of the football game, 17-7, but not playing our best football at half. I thought the third quarter we came out and offensively didn't play as well, but the fourth quarter we finished. And those are the big things when you look at it. You finish it in the fourth quarter, get 2 touchdowns at the end, so all of a sudden you walk away 30-10, and you feel a little bit better. But, you take a bad day and you make it a good day by winning. And my thought process is it's very difficult to win. We say that every single week. Everybody's got players. Cooper Rush did an outstanding job. I thought we ran the ball effectively. 0 turnovers. There's a lot of good things that we did. We stopped the run, but got to get off the field on third down in the first half. Second half we did. Probably the big moments in the game. And then Connor Cook becomes tied with the all-time winningest quarterback in Michigan State history, so that's a big positive. But I still feel like we've not played our best football game, and part of that is because everybody comes. When they come to Spartan Stadium or when they come to play Michigan State at this point, we're going to get everybody's best shot. We understand that, but that's part of the deal. You want to be up there, you need to expect that and play through it. I thought we did in the fourth quarter. So we'll take some questions.
Mark, Connor said that this team, if they struggled, has been in finishing in the fourth quarter. That's why this was a good one. But are you surprised a little bit that they struggled for the first 3 today?
Are you speaking offensively or are you speaking just
this
the football team?
In general, yes, sir.
No. I mean, we come to play. Credit them a little bit, too. Morris Watts had a very good plan, their offensive coordinator. They worked the plan. The quarterback worked the plan. We didn't knock the quarterback down when we pressured, so there's going to be some holes. There's some other things that went on out there that's got to be corrected. But I'm never surprised. There are no easy games. You look around the country, there just are not. The easy games do not very rarely exist unless people get on a roll and it's just big plays and then it just sort of landslides on you. But football teams stay in there. They start to build a little bit they start to believe that they can do it, and they start to change the momentum of the football game. And credit our football team. We were able to sort of swing it back our way, take control of the game in the fourth quarter. But nothing surprises me in this game. There is absolutely nothing that surprises me.
Mark, do you know anything more about Jack Conklin?
We don't talk about injuries. You guys know that, so move from there.
But if it's a season-ending injury, you do.
Don't talk about injuries. Any other questions? This will be a great one.
Hey, Coach. As far as identity goes, I mean, you're ranked number 2 in the country, and a lot of us have asked a lot of critical analysis type of questions. But is this team starting to have an identity? Are you starting to see some things take shape? And what did the fourth quarter do as far as maybe starting to firm up an identity?
I think an identity of a football team starts to take place around mid-season. We're where we're at based on the people that we've played. I think we played a very tough out-of-conference schedule. Probably the toughest we've played since I've been here, if you'll go back and check the records. I mean, with Western and Oregon and Air Force and Central, they've all bowl games. They all won, 7 to 13 games in there. So there's a lot of wins, 38 different wins. And they all have players, and they all have established, basically, players coming in their players coming back in their program. They're a well-coached football team. So, our identity, I don't know what our identity is. We just keep playing. And that's the bottom line when we do these things. Are we going to run the ball 50-50 and, like be balanced today? We'd like to be a little bit heavier in statistics. But the bottom line is they only score 10 points. We score 30, so we win the game. And as bad as we played on defense, they scored 10 points, which that's the low for the season. So come away with 2 block kicks and a big turnover. So those are positives. They weren't able to run the football very effectively. Those are the positives. The negatives are you got to get off the field, and you should feel confident getting off the field on 3rd and 10. That's when everything's tilted our way, and so there's opportunities to get that fixed. We're good enough in the back end to do that. Took the red shirt off Kari Willis today, so he played, and it looked like he played pretty well. And then there's some other things we got to correct out there, and there'll be some other guys getting opportunities as we move forward.
Mark, you talked about the lulls in the second quarter and the difficulty getting off the field on third down. And before turning that around, how important was the reemergence of Riley Bull after not playing in the first half to accomplishing those goals?
We'll have to watch the film. I don't think Shane played poorly. Shane Jones, I thought, played pretty solidly in there, and it's good that he's got more experience. Good Andrew Dallas playing, so we're getting more experience at our linebacker positions. And, when you get experience, you start wanting to make plays instead of going in there and hoping that, I just hope I don't mess up. And that's the difference there. So those guys are playing more, and, I expect Kari Willis to be in that situation as well as we move forward. But reminds me a lot of Isaiah Lewis when he was a true freshman. So the opportunities for him as we go down through it.
Mark, kind of a follow-up over here to your theme today.
My theme.
You ever get tired of people, I guess like us, thinking you're going to win every game by 40 because you're number 2 and like a 20-point win isn't something's wrong?
Yeah. I just know that games are tough to win, and I have a great deal of respect for what's going on the other side of the field and how people are playing the game. I also think that at times, people start doubting you a little bit. That gives you a little bit more sense of urgency too. So that's probably going around the country a little bit, other places as well, and we'll see how other people respond as well. But there are no givens in this game. There's no given that you don't get hurt going through the game. There's no given that you don't give up a play or that you make a play. We've got to earn everything we've gotten. So we'll continue to do that. Right now I know that we're 4-0, and we need to take stock of that and be able to move forward and do our job. So, but I think we got everybody's attention in terms of what went down. So I think the preparation will be there, but always has been. I mean, we don't go out there and play soft. We play hard. But you got to make plays and play smart at times too.
Coach, going into a fourth quarter like that, how much do you have as a coaching staff have to motivate these guys, and how much of it is that they're self-motivated to kind of turn the tide? Well,
the coaches are certainly trying, but internally I think it's your senior leadership, and I think you get a sense of inner motivation. I think that's what when you're out there as a corner, you're out there playing any position out there, you are out there on your own. It's easy for some coach to tell you to bear down, okay, but you're out there on your own and you're playing. You've got to make the plays and you've got to get yourself ready to go. That's what I've always believed. And it started the fourth quarter. I guess they kicked a field goal, make it 17-10. I said, okay, here we go. It's going to get real interesting now. But we rallied up and we played through it and scored, and then came back with the fumble and scored again. And those were solid drives down the field. Just very methodical drives, the last 2 drives, and defensively, I think that we got them off the field every time after the field goal.
When you started to drop 8, to have a guy like Shalik and what he can do when you're only rushing 3, how special is he, and what was your assessment of his game today?
Great game. I think he had 2.5 sacks. Sort of took the game over a little bit there. He also had a blocked kick. Very special. We got to be able to get pressure with 3. When we do that, but it's, like I said, we got him in some long yardage situations that you guys had to be scratching your head and said, how did they pick that up? Okay, but it is what it is. So yeah, exactly right. We got to be able to get pressure with 3 when we do bring 3, and then when we bring the pressure, we've got to be able to deal with that. We also had more penalties than we've had probably this entire season, and I think those things were obviously a factor in the game.
Coach, over here. Way back here.
Yeah.
I know you don't want to make it interesting at the end, but you've had a couple instances so far this season where you've had to have guys make those big plays towards the end of the game. Is there a value in that where the guys are learning that now instead of later on in the season when there's a little bit more on the line?
Sure there is. I was on a football team in 2002 where we won 8 games by less than a touchdown. Didn't care who we were playing. So we won the national championship. So, you just keep playing, and it gives you confidence when you can make plays down the stretch, because at the end of the game, there's pressure. You're playing under high-pressure situations, especially when the expectations are for you to win, because you're usually ahead or something like that. So, but to be able to play in the highest-pressure situations should give you the most confidence as you continue building your experience. That's my belief.
Mark, you kind of alluded to it, but Central Michigan made a couple of those big third down plays. Can you talk about Cooper Rush's performance today, especially with the pressure in his face?
Yeah, Cooper Rush came in completing 70% of his passes. 90 passes out of 128 is what he was completing, so 30 a game. So our expectations was that he would go to the right player at the right time, a lot of underneath things, a lot of things that were, underneath coverage things, and that's what happened. And you saw him be extremely effective, and they had a good game plan for it. But at the end of the day, Central scored 10 points. So regardless of what the statistics say, at the end of the day, they scored 10 points. We got them off the field. We had to block 2 field goals to do it, but big play to open the game. It's not exactly what you're looking for on the first play of the game, but things happen, and you got to regroup.
Mike, you got the last one.
Coach, you mentioned the pressure that comes with the ranking or the expectations. I wonder, is this something, though, that you enjoy, considering how long it took you to build Michigan State to this level, or is it something that's kind of a pain when you win by 20 and the press conference has more negativity than maybe positive questions?
Well, are you asking me if I enjoy pressure?
Playing is a heavy favorite.
Oh, I don't care. I don't. Just take them. I can't control those things. We just need to. I just understand we need to line up and play, and we need to respect our opponent, which I think we did. And then you need to play flawlessly. And when you get them in a situation, you got to take advantage of that situation. So, could we have run the ball more effectively? Yes. Could we have thrown it more effectively? Yes. I thought we stopped the run pretty well. They had one run. Could we play better pass defense? Yes. Okay. But we did a lot of good things too. We won the football game going away, and in the end, that's what happened. We won the game going away. So in the fourth quarter, went our way almost entirely. And so you take what we got. Thanks, guys.